of all political prisoners rotting in numerous jails and illegal detention facilities without trial. Non-trial of these cases is a clear indication of lack of evidence on the side of government and a red flag that these persecutions are intended to shrink the civic space further and criminalize association with the opposition in our country. Honourable Speaker, these are prisoners of conscience that should not be used as a bargaining tool for the ruling party to suffocate civic space and the desire to settle outstanding political questions through these illegal detentions. The Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs should explain to the nation under which law the government is charging the citizens with the offense of subversive activities. Honourable Speaker, the Constitution is very clear. You cannot raise an offense that's not prescribed by law. I have attacked several charge sheets with the offense of subversive activities, not anywhere on our penal laws. So it's the creation of establishment of a judicial commission of inquiry. Right, Honourable Speaker, we demand that with the utmost urgency, the formation of a commission of inquiry to investigate these glaring human rights violations. We propose that the said commission of inquiry be chaired by a judge of the High Court. We believe that the commission will be endowed with the authority, independence, and resources necessary to uncover the truth, to hold those responsible accountable, and to ensure that justice prevails. Right, Honourable Speaker, our prayer is premised on Section 1 of the Commission of Inquiries Act, which empowers the Minister of Justice to issue a commission appointing one or more commissioners and authorizing those commissioners to inquire into a conduct of any officer in public service of Uganda, the conduct of any chief, the conduct of all management of any department of the public service, all of any public or local institution, or in any matter in which an inquiry would be for the public welfare. Right, Honourable Speaker. Especially in view of government reluctancy and a clear disinterest in coming clean and deliberately disabling the wheels of justice several months after these gross violations were reported. We propose that the Commission, among others, considers the role of the security agencies, political leaders, the general state of intolerance during and after the 2021 general elections, and ultimately remedy for the victims and their families. 3, need for a select committee of Parliament. Right, Honourable Speaker, Rule 190 of the Parliamentary Rules of Procedure empowers Parliament to appoint a select committee to investigate a particular matter. We propose that the said select committee investigates the rampant cases of rape, defilement, destruction of property, murders, and justified arrests and illegal closure of many landing sites in the fishing communities across the country, and ultimately remedy for the victims and their families. 4, Right, Honourable Speaker, all those persons not subjected to military law, not subject to military law, and are currently being tried before any military court, be transferred to civil courts under the direction of the Director of Public Prosecution as directed by the Constitutional Court in Constitutional Petition number 44 of 2015, retired Captain Amon Biarugaba and others versus the Attorney General, decided on 15th December 2022 and was never appealed nor stayed. Right, Honourable Speaker, I beg to pray and submit for God and my country.
Thank you. Honourable members, I have listened to the rejoinder of the law. The laying, I want to look at each document that you're going to lay. Give my people to check, because you might lay a paper without, when it has nothing. You people, leave me to deal with the law. Honourable members, Lope, you arrange your documents, then Mr. Kema will look at it. I have listened to the rejoinder of the law, and the rejoinder was in response to the ministerial statement of General Muhoozi. The ministerial statement was earlier on a response to the statement from leader of opposition. I therefore don't want to turn this debate into a ping pong. I want to borrow your word. You're the one who used that word, ping pong. I don't want it to be a ping pong between the General Muhoozi and then the leader of opposition. We should go straight to the issues that we want to achieve. There are prayers that have been put in place. Let's go straight to the prayers. And I want to retaliate to what Honorable Fox Odoy was saying. We are one house, and whatever we are discussing here is for the good of the people outside there. It is not for a party, not for an individual, and where it requires us to give and take, we will do that. We should be able to do that for the good of the people outside there. I want to now open a minimum, and I'm saying minimum debate. I will have 7 people from this side, 10, and 5 from this side. And then, honorable members, and then we'll have the last response from internal affairs. I will review the evidence and report back if it is worthy.
To the statement by the minister and the rejoinder. And I think there are areas of common ground where evidence has been provided. I think this gives an opportunity for government, again, to cross-check and act appropriately in accordance with the law. I think this is okay, and I don't think there should be much contention. But I also take exception where some concepts are used that insinuate or try to demean people. And I would appeal to all of us in this debate to avoid such concepts, such insinuations that may ignite tensions in Parliament or even outside the community. There are issues that can be handled outside the House. Madam Speaker, I request for your protection. You see, we are all in the government. The moment you are in Parliament, whether you're in opposition or what, we are all in the government because the government constitutes 3 branches. That's why consultations, even outside the House, are very critical.
Speaker and honorable members, I've listened keenly and carefully the rejoinder shared belatedly by the Honorable Leader of Opposition. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, about the rejoinder of the Honorable Leader of Opposition, and to show the seriousness of government, we had the courtesy even to listen to the new things he brought in his rejoinder, because we take seriously the matter of human rights. That said, I want to still maintain, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members, and to stick to our response, which was honest, elaborate, and detailed. And it left avenues for remedy for those who felt unsatisfied by that response in anticipation. And those remedies are known to the law. Lope said that time, and I quote, he asked whether we feel pain and are alive, and if we feel for others and are human. I want to restate here that we are both and even more. We do, however, even have the obligation as government to protect and preserve human rights as enjoined by the Constitution of Uganda. In other words, it is our call. If I may, my colleagues will help on specifics, but I'll hazard some response on some of the issues raised in my response. Government didn't conceal anything. We even gave more. You remember, Leader of Opposition talked about, for example, only 21 fatalities. Government gave all the 56 people who lost their lives. Is that not consistent with a government that wants to account? He didn't talk about injured persons. We revealed that there were people who were injured. Is that consistent with someone who wants to conceal the truth? And I even beg the question of the logic of mentioning only 21 people. Were those only party members of NUP? And the rest didn't matter? Only he can answer. So government, in short, volunteered this information to demonstrate accountability. He didn't mention about the destruction in the riots and those responsible who were arrested, many tried and convicted, others released, and others on bail. That too is accountability. In some, accountability shouldn't be selective. It must be honest and total. On the vehicles, we gave our all, which was sufficient. In particular, about the two identifiable ones, we even identified the driver of the police vehicle. Regarding the girl who died, there was no attempt at all to cover up. What better accountability can we give? Fishing communities and related matters of pre-trial detention, explanations were given. In a nutshell, I want to say, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, that it is the right of any aggrieved person to invoke the many remedies under the law if they are not sufficiently convinced by what government does, like in this instance, our colleagues on the other side. But I want to pledge that we shall continue to fulfill our obligation to address misconduct within law enforcement and security agencies, be they related to some of the hanging issues here or others that may arise. It is our calling and duty to do so to ensure the safety and security of Ugandans. I beg to submit, Right Honorable Speaker.
There is an issue that was raised on persons being detained without trial. We want a government commitment that you're going to make a follow-up. Make a follow-up. Yes. I mean, make a follow-up and see what can be done.
Right Honorable Speaker, we shall verify, and if found true, take appropriate action.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, at the beginning in your preamble,
I thought I was going to get mad at. You gave me a list.
No, I rose on a procedural matter, Madam, with your indulgence. When you asked the Minister to make a commitment on the people severally in detention without trial for several years. My understanding was that the minister was going to raise and commit with time frames, because the minister is not only aware of the names, the numbers, and where they are detained, he's actually responsible for where they are and their conditions. Right, Honourable Speaker, I find it difficult and very compelling that I should listen to the minister at this level with that kind of tone. Right, Honourable Speaker, are we making headway?
Which tone do you want him to use?
Right, Honourable Speaker,
Maybe that's how he speaks.
Yeah, sure. The minister came here aware of people detained without trial for more than 2 and 3 years, respectively. He is also aware of the fact that the state has failed to prosecute them. Right, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable.
Without being clear on time frames and action, can Parliament debate in generalities?
Honourable Law, let's debate on this issue. I will make a decision.
At Ginger Road, in relation to the death of the Honourable Serena Nevanda, I had my first agreement with General Museveni when he said, those who say we kill civilians are idiots. General Museveni has also told us, especially those of us who were not old enough during the days of Idi Amin, that the reason he called past leaders swine was because they did not know the value of human life. Let's all agree with him that we must value human life from today on. First, were there abductions and did we have disappearances? And the answer is in the affirmative. Number 2, are we proud as a parliament? Professor Mshemeza said we are government. Are we proud as government that some people could not be accounted for in the year 2023 and that we can haggle over that? The answer is in the negative. Madam Speaker, we are not comfortable that some of our children disappeared. They left children unattended to. I listened to a story of a woman who remained with a child.
May thought
yes, ma'am.
In this debate would act.
Number 1, the High Court has guided us in the case of Nicholas Opio versus the Attorney General. When Nicholas was being tried for a long time without readiness on the part of government, the court gave timelines, and what the state did was to withdraw. For those people that you have failed to prosecute for years, be humble and withdraw, because you cannot prosecute them. Madam Speaker, I am an example. I'm a living example. In the year 2008, I was kidnapped. I was charged. 15 years down the road, I'm on bail. But there are those that are not on bail.
The issue has been understood.
That's point number 1. Number 2, and I'm advising government as you asked me. Number 2, we have disagreed as politicians on what to do with these people who are allegedly in disappearance. Let's get an arbiter. The Constitution gave us an arbiter, and that is the judicial arm. Let's appoint a judicial committee, a judicial commission of inquiry, where everybody will go and present, and we shall all be bound. I am alive to the financial implications that have been alluded to by my brother, Honorable Katuntu. Very alive. That's why we are proposing to come up with a joint position as government. If we agree, it will come with the certificate of financial
So we are
implications.
all now government.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, I'm happy you have agreed your government.
Number 3.
The issue,
Madam Speaker.
The issue that was raised by Honorable Katuntu affects Article 93. It has a financial implication of us getting a Judicial Service Commission.
That's why these security organs of ours, We made a law, the Security Organizations Act. In section 4, we did forbid them from arresting and detaining. Let them stop. Are you not embarrassed, colleagues in government, and now I'm talking about us, that somebody is in police custody today, the following day they say, we handed him over to CMI, and he's missing, and is missing for years. Honorable members, honorable colleagues, let us stop. Let us give confidence and equipment to our police to do their work. Let the security organizations do their work. I can see the trouble with my brother, General Muhoozi. General Muhoozi is the Minister of State for Internal Affairs. But he's not in charge of the people abducting. He's here speaking. The English call it being the ugly face of the devil. The person in charge of the abducting institutions is General Muhoozi. He's not here. Sorry for the closeness of the name. General Muhoozi. Security. We are dealing with CMI. We are dealing with ISO. Because police had these people in custody and handed them over to CMI. The drones are not operated by the police.
He wants to clear something.
Just let him clear. I know how that both honorable is here. Let's see a commitment that his forces are going to comply with the law. Honorable both. We made a law and we said, your people should not arrest and detain citizens. And beyond detaining, you're detaining unconstitutionally. I want you to express your pride on the microphone and say, we are doing the right thing under the Constitution and under the Act. Right, Honorable Speaker? Let's agree. I agree with the Honorable Katuntu that we have our committees and we should empower them to work. And these committees include the Committee on Human Rights, which, for the record we have stated before, is an oversight committee and is not a sectoral committee. It should not be the other side, it should be this side. That notwithstanding, and I have immense respect for the committee, as well as some fair respect for the Honorable Fox Odoi, and I will explain why fair. Why fair? Because he's the only one who has disagreed with the entire House. And that notwithstanding, Madam Speaker, even a select committee is a committee of Parliament. It is envisaged in the rules to do a specialized job. And we have done it before. And that one is done by none other than the person we trust most in this House. It is you, the Speaker. Madam, sit in that chair, take that decision, appoint this select committee. For those other issues that we cannot agree on as politicians, let us refer them. Indeed, I am very happy the Honorable Minister for Justice has come out to say that as government, and I quote him, we are stuck naked on the issue of human rights. Now, I want all of us to wash ourselves clean. Let's appoint a committee that is purely professional, that is devoid of political biases, that will bring all of us together. It is a discretion, I agree, a discretion of the minister. That's why we are here, to appeal to the minister. Unfortunately, he's not here. Oh, the deputy is here. I'm glad that the Deputy Minister for Justice is here. Clarification is never denied, especially from a person like me.
One get a select committee, and then the other one get the line committee. I'm going to put a question.
I have to clarify. I've been misrepresented on the record, Madam. Right, Honorable Speaker. Lose people with our own negative interventions. I pray that...
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.